This is my review of the Dr. Stone Reboot, Chapter 9, I Am Here, and I don't quite know how to say this, so I'm just gonna say it. Ray got hot. I'm gonna give you a minute to process that information because it certainly came as a surprise to me. I mean, even after I reread the series a few times and kept seeing, the old version of Rei, the original prototype that Byakuya set up way back when, I never expected Rei to ever look like that. I didn't think he'd, I guess, she now. Has Rei always been a she? I don't know. If this ever gets animated, I'm very curious what kind of voice they're going to go with, but alright, let's say she from now on. When she was doing the whole, rebuilding herself, even in the model, you could see it was clearly that the old Rei was going to be rebuilt, not the new, hotter model. But yeah, that's what we got. So, okay. Why not? Anyway, the chapter opens up with Rei in quite a state of disarray. He's basically collecting the last little bit satellites that are left out there. His own body is breaking down, and it's not looking good for him whatsoever. And I just find this scene where he's singing Lillian's song so utterly, completely heartbreaking. Because he doesn't remember how it ends. After 3,600 years, the data has been corrupted, and he's starting to lose his memories. The memories of his old friends from way back when, and if he loses them, really, what does he have left? And so he decides to build a 3D printer. Yeah, not gonna lie, that's an insane plan for a whole bunch of reasons. I have a 3D printer over there, and it is a nightmare to work with. Seriously, the thing breaks down like the drop of a hat. Quite literally, if you drop something, it'll create a vibration which can screw up the entire print. They're freaking out of space. One, space rock comes hurling towards them, it'll shatter and destroy everything. So this is a crazy plan. Also love that he put the entire plan on a physical disc containing 200 million encyclopedic volumes full of information, which, yeah, I see that. I'm a programmer, not a great programmer, but I program, and just the list of commands and orders and the process by which you would instruct a 3D printer to build a space shuttle and then instruct to build other 3D printers, which are instructed to build other 3D printers, which are instructed to build other 3D printers, which are instructed to build Rei, is absolutely freaking insane. Like I said, I'm an okay programmer, and I couldn't even begin to fathom how you could program this. If there are any, specially gifted engineers or programmers in the comment section down below, let me know, how freaking insane is this? And by this point, even Rei is starting to realize that there's a good chance Byakuya, he is long dead. He's looking down there, he's like, it's weird, everything's covered in forest still. If they saved humanity, wouldn't they have, plowed down the forest to build more homes for all the people? I wonder what that means. And come to think of it, when exactly do humans die? I don't actually know that either. That might be worrisome. But he realizes that not knowing is actually to his benefits, because he doesn't know if Byakuya can return or not return, because he can keep up hope, because he can, keep believing. He's been able to survive these 3,000 years just waiting for a future that may never come. And without the hope, without that promise Byakuya made to him that he was coming back, the space shuttle would have crashed into the Earth thousands of years ago and Rei would have died. But instead, he's kept pushing forward. And because of that, he became hot. Yeah, I still not over the fact that he's hot now. I seriously can't wait for the day where Senku meets up with Rei, and I honestly think Senku might cry over that. I really do. So yeah, like I said, she's hot and human and an android now. And the space shuttle itself looks absolutely freaking gorgeous. I love that she incorporated, the wings from Lillian's song. She gave the space shuttle literal wings and turned it from a regular old space shuttle to something out of the freaking future. I really just do like the metaphor, of her and Senku awakening on the same day, welcoming this new world. And I've said before, I'm fairly convinced Dr. Stone's going to end with him getting a spaceship and going to outer space. Finishing the dream he had even when he was a young boy. How they're exactly going to do that, no idea. I'm not particularly skilled enough at engineering to figure out how exactly a spaceship works or what they would need to build one, but I'm assuming it's a lot of stuff and a lot of calculations. They'd probably at least need like a supercomputer or something. I've been told like I actually read somewhere like the first trip to the moon was calculated on less memory than the average phone has. So, might still be possible, hard to say. I mean, at a certain point, they are going to wake up, astronauts and engineers, people who have actually been to space, who actually know how space travel works. So it's not like we're starting from scratch here. Anyway, then we flash forward a little bit, and she lights the beacon, and Senku sees it, and I don't know what it is here, but Senku looks different to me. He has like a younger, youthful appearance. Again, I don't know exactly what's different here, but because, like I said, there's definitely something about him here that makes him look younger than he did when he was a child, really. Like, more innocent. I'm not sure what it is, though. Anyway, this scene seems to take place around the time they're first working with glass, building the beakers and all that. And Senku apparently has seen the light. He has seen the light in the sky, but he's so busy with everything else, he never actually gave it too much attention. Which, okay, I'm willing to accept that for now, but at a certain point, he builds a freaking telescope. Or they built him one for his birthday. I feel like at that point, he should have recognized it and said, okay, there's definitely something going on up there. And even he wonders if maybe it's still the space shuttle still up there, but he's like, nah, that's impossible. I really want him to meet REI. I want him to see that his father's creation, a part of his father, is still alive and just fall to the ground and cry. I want that. And Chrome, he has his head in the clouds a bit more than Senku, so he's always noticed the light, and he's always noticed in a different place every single night. And he's tracked in a piece of wood, where it is every single night. And unbeknownst to him, it spells out a message, which he can't read because he doesn't read Japanese. Down the road, they open up a school and teach the kids how to read and write, I think, so I'm assuming he should know by this point. If that's the case, if he ever stumbles across this again, he should be able to say, oh yeah, Senku, this is weird. The lights in the sky are talking to me. And then Senku will probably have him committed in their version of a psych hospital. But yeah, the message spells out, Byakuya, I am here, which honestly kind of feels like a My Hero Academia reference. I know it's, not a phrase that My Hero Academia coined, but it's their phrase. And saying it here, I don't know, it feels like a shout out to them and how this is like a symbol of hope for Senku. At a certain point, Senku has to find REI. I'm disappointed if the series ended before that. I'd even be okay with them going into space and then you see in the distance the space shuttle that Senku didn't know was there, and that's how they end things. But I feel like this had to have meaning. I feel like this had to have value. Now, is REI the Y man or Y woman in this case? I don't know. We never saw him working with radio waves whatsoever, so I can't say for certain it was her doing the message, sending it out, like Byakuya, is that you? Why'd you keep me waiting for so long? So it is entirely possible the Y man is someone else, while REI is just still up in the space shuttle. And please, for love of all God, let Senku find REI at some point. This needs to happen. It'll definitely confuse people who've only read the main series, but I'd still love it. I think that'd be absolutely amazing. And I really do hope it's an adaptation, gets animated at some point. It seems unlikely, but this just looks so absolutely freaking amazing. The shots they have of the Earth and the space dragon were some of my favorite shots from all of manga, and I just really would love to see those, fully animated. I think that'd be absolutely amazing. But yeah, let me think about all this down below. Is REI going to meet Senku by the end of the series? How is he going to react to seeing his father's creation still alive after all this time and improved and rebuilt? And seriously, she is a supercomputer at this point. That's going to be very helpful for Senku. So hopefully he doesn't, get her for a long time, because that'd be kind of like cheating at this point. But down the road, I definitely want him to. But yeah, let me think it all down below. What do you think of the Reboot series? Do you think it's going to get an anime at some point? Be sure to like, subscribe for the next video. And until then, peace.